My plan is to hide, to avoid, but if I get busted, or if I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi. If I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi. If I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi.
All right, happy June the 5th, everybody, the year 2017. Schaeffer Cox's address is this address right here. He's been sending a variety, numerous core links through the core links email system, and I wanted to read those and get those into YouTube. We praise God for the extended core links communications with Schaeffer, because they can take it away at a moment's notice. Every email is precious, believe it or not, when you're communicating with a political prisoner. You never know when you're going to wake up one day and it's going to be taken away. And so we want to basically make sure that we do everything we can to make noise and shine light about every communication. So this one is called The Gun I Love by Schaeffer Cox. I'm going to make this one all by itself. I have not read it, but anytime Schaeffer writes about guns or the Second Amendment, it's always going to be good. So let's read The Gun I Love by Schaeffer Cox. Angela Clemens asked what my favorite gun is. That's a fun question. Hands down, the AK-47 is my go-to gun. I didn't have to think about that for long. I love the AR-15 because it's light, balanced, and very ergonomic. Also, its 30-round mag of 5.56 is light and compact. But the AR is just too delicate and finicky to really get me to fully trust it. It's like a really pretty woman who has dumped you before. It's like a really pretty woman who has dumped you before. You'll just never quite look at her the same. AR-15s freeze up, get dirty, and they tie themselves in a knot when they jam because you can't separate the upper and lower receiver with the bolt carrier stuck back even a tiny bit. It's built like a musical instrument, not a weapon. But with the AK-47, on the other hand, about the only thing I don't like about it is that it has no good place for an EO-Tech sight. You have to install a rail that sticks back over the bolt cover for that, but if you put $650 EO-Tech hologram sight on a $150 AK-47, you've got an amazing feat of precision technology woven together with rugged simplicity. The AK-47 is in a league all its own. It never malfunctions. It's light. It has no small parts to lose. It can be totally taken apart with no tools, and it works when it's wet or frozen or full of sand. It's built like a pair of channel locks. It's just brute perfection. It's a gun that likes itself, and I think that is because it was designed and built by one single guy, not some committee of engineers. A lot of life is like that. Committees ruin things. What if you had a committee compose music? You'd get a national anthem. Have you ever heard a national anthem that didn't suck? I sure haven't. And I've watched the Olympics a lot of times. Has a national anthem ever been a #1 hit single? No. A good song only comes out of one heart, and I think Alexander Kalishnikov sang his heart out like a Bruce Springsteen when he dreamed up and built the AK-47. So that's what I think about my favorite gun. But unless I beat all my felonies, it's no guns for me, for if I'm in America, pretty sad. I'd feel like a slave eunuch. So let's beat all these phony charges, or better yet, make America free again. Either one of those are within reach if we want it bad enough. Schaeffer Cox. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. I'm glad Angela asked that question. I'm going to make another video here shortly. We're going to cover, Schaeffer wants us to reach out to Ted Nugent. He talks about Maria and Richard a bit. He brings up the polygraph thing again. He talks about his kids. He wants the cards to go to me because I'll read that letter, and it talks about how there's the crazy people out in the world that show up at his mom's house. And he mentioned some folks that have been donating through fundraiser. But we'll get into that in the second video. I want a video all by itself called The Gun I Love by Schaeffer Cox. Don't forget to write him a letter. And also, don't you guys let me forget to say the last line of peaceful defense between a tyrannical government and the defendant is jury nullification. You can educate yourself on jury nullification at feedja.org. fija.org, fija.org.